Hello, I'm Douglas Maddie and welcome to Altered Perceptions. Today we're going to be looking at the video David Blaine freaks Joe Rogan out with crazy ice pick trick. Well, that's a very specific title. Let's have a look at it.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
I have them push an ice pick through my arm every night, which is like you don't want to hit a brachial, anything,
a nerve,
right? Yeah, or an artery or anything.
Of course.
So, I let them choose a spot. By the way, I also brought the ice pick if you do want to see, because I know that you know it's real, but I should. If you,
I believe it's real.
But if you want to see it, I haven't done it. I haven't done it since my tour.
Really?
The reason why we're reacting to this video is because you very rarely see a magician on a top podcast like the Joe Rogan Experience. So David Blaine's one of those people that is credible enough to go on a show like this. I haven't seen him interview other people such as Chris Angel or David Copperfield or Penn and Teller. I actually take that back. I did see him interview Penn, but they didn't really talk much about magic. So the reason why we're reacting to this is because I've never seen somebody do magic on a podcast before.
But so what I was able to do with the stage show is I bring people up on stage and I have the cameras with the big screen, so you see people reacting to this stuff. Yeah. So it's the magic plus the reaction, so you get that whole...
And this girl's really into it. Look at her.
One of the things I like about David Blaine is that before David Blaine, the majority of TV shows and magicians would focus on the performer, the magic trick, and that would be where the focus of attention was. And every now and then it would cut to the audience and they'd be clapping, they might get involved or something like that. When David Blaine came along, he flipped everything around. So he made it all about you. He made it all about the audience member. And that, I believe, is where the magic happens. It happens in the subjective perception of the spectator or the person that's involved in the trick. That's where the magic is created, not so much from the performer. He really focuses on the audience and their emotions and making it all about them. And they even put the camera on that when he's doing his filming and stuff. The other cool thing about David Blaine is that I used to do a trick called knife for arm, and I'd get a knife and I'd put it through my arm, there'd be blood everywhere, then I'd do it up and I'm good to go. And there's another trick that I used to do called needle through arm, which is very similar. You get a needle, put it through your arm, there's a bit of blood, and then you pull it out again, and then you're all good. Because the magic is you give the illusion that something is going through your arm. When David Blaine does it, it's actually going through his arm.
From your COVID test. So wait, so I might have to sit next to you or something.
Do you want me to do this to you? Is this what's going on here?
Yeah.
I can come over to your side.
Okay.
But
is that okay?
Okay. All right.
Just watching David Blaine in general here, when I saw him when I was younger, he was like with Eamon Holmes on the TV, and he was like, he wouldn't react, and every now and then he'd show like his hand and add an eye on it, and he acted so bizarre and odd, offbeat, and that was his thing, and that's what he does, and that's what people that's one of the reasons why people react to him so much.
Why does he do that? I'm sure you're not going to tell me. Indeed. Yes, that's what I assumed. Of course, you're famous in this country as well for appearing in a car advert, doing tricks as well. Car tricks. Excellent. Is it a trick to talk? Is it? No.
It's early in the morning. I don't really care. I just want a quiet life. It's 3 minutes. I just want me to talk very little, him to talk a lot.
Are you an illusionist? Are you a trickster? What is it? Are you a stuntman? What are you? How would you describe yourself?
I'm just a showman.
Yeah? Yeah. Is this part of the show, this sort of moody persona and the stare and the eyes and all that sort of thing? That's just you?
And then, of course, he showed me the evil eye.
The eye in the hand?
Well, at that stage, I just thought, this guy's a crackpot, basically.
What does that mean?
Protection from death.
Oh.
Is he winding me up? Has he had too much of something he shouldn't have had? Or is he ill? And I have to say, to this day, I'm none the wiser.
What I love about seeing David Blaine now, he's older, he's had children, I think he's got a daughter. He's kind of seems a lot more relaxed in himself as a performer. He's still got that mystique, but he smiles a lot more. He's still keeping it cool. He's had a lot of really interesting experiences throughout his career, and he's a lot more matured as a performer. So he just looks a lot more relaxed and comfortable performing. And this does happen when you start out. You try and emulate other people. You try and imitate other artists that you like. But as you mature over time, you become more relaxed in yourself. You have more life experiences, and you can just and you've done the trick so many times as well. Anyway, there's this little sweet spot whereby you can just do it effortlessly, like you're not even trying. And I love watching David Blaine now because he's more human. He's not so much putting on an act. It's like he's not even trying. It's become one with him. So when he's doing something, he's not a magician performing a trick. It's just David Blaine doing what he does, and it's just lovely. It's a lot more naturalistic.
A guy named Dio. Can you pull up Dio? So Dio, it's this guy, and nobody believed he was doing it for real. And he would take rapiers, and he would have them push right through the middle of his body, through his lungs and everything. He would show on all sides, and then they would pull him out, and he'd be perfectly fine. And every doctor and saying, "Oh, you can't do that." But so remember when Steve Irwin died? Do you know why he died?
No.
Because he pulled the stingray thing out of his heart. The stingray stabbed him. He pulled it out, right? Crocodile.
So if he's kept it in there, he would have lived?
Right after that, a 70-year-old man was on his boat, and a stingray jumped up out of the water, stung him in the heart, and then stingray was gone. But I didn't even,
oh my
God.
God.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy? But the fact that you can actually do this is what's crazy. Like the body can, with your mind, you can override it. And then the thing is, he got so cocky, though, that he thought he could do anything, and then he ate one of these things. But see, he got really cocky because he's like, I can do anything.
That is fucking insane.
He can go through anything, and that's what I'm saying. So the 7-year-old guy that got the stingray, it stabbed him in the heart, instead of pulling it out, which is like a corkscrew, he waited with doctors, till it beat out the other side, and he was fine.
It's fine.
So, instead of pulling it out, he waited until what happened?
And the doctors waited, and with the heart, they let it beat out the other side, and they slowly let it come out.
It went through his whole body?
They would have pulled it. It's like a corkscrew. It would rip him apart. He would die.
How long did it take for it to beat through his body?
I don't know, but I know it go through.
Guys! How many times did this guy get stabbed like that?
Stabby McStuffy.
Anywhere?
Sure.
Where do you prefer?
Wherever you want.
Like right there?
Wow, sure. I don't
No?
know. But do it there, where you want. Do it where you want.
When you say where,
Just
sure.
go.
Like
Just
where
go.
do you like it to go through? To the bottom?
No, I liked where you were going.
Right here.
Like your I mean, that's fine. But
It's
you're going to
okay?
have to go like through.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, you're going to push through.
Okay. So hold on to you here?
Keep like a straight path.
Okay,
Yeah,
like
and
that?
then- no, I'd go straight.
Like that?
Yeah, I'd go
Like that?
straight through. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
And slowly. I'd go slow. Yeah. Here, lift my. See that?
Yep.
See? So, it's hard to believe that it's real. You keep pushing. Keep going. Keep going. Wait. Uh-oh. Hold on. Woo.
Hit something.
What happened?
I hit a nerve.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but what if I fuck your arm?
You should be watching this when we go.
Okay, again.
Jesus, bro. Okay.
So, by the way, honest to God, I never go in this direction.
Which way you go?
I always go this
So
way.
why are you doing it that way then?
I'm just saying, all the times I did it, I've always gone this direction.
Do you want me to go that direction?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I've never
Is
done
that better?
No.
So what's the difference?
I'm just saying I've never done it this way.
Oh, okay. So it's a
saying
groundbreaking.
crazy. No,
Okay.
I'm saying it's nuts.
Well, it's definitely nuts.
The whole thing. Right up from the bottom.
Like this?
Like that. Yeah. And I go again, and I would try to go like a straight path through. Like that.
Again, I wouldn't tamper with what you used to. Do it the way that you know works.
Fine. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. Hold on. Wait.
I don't know what this would be like listening to on a podcast if you weren't watching the video.
Yeah. Like that. That's good. Yep. We're on a clean.
Ooh!
But it's fine.
Oh, I can't watch stuff like this. Oh! Oh!
Alrighty.
Oh! There we go.
Unnecessary.
That's that done. Very useful, productive thing to do.
Yes. Well, it's a very small hole in comparison to.
It's a good sign.
And there is blood on the other hole.
Yeah, it's a big hole. Don't. Small hole. You try it then. Yeah, usually this trick is done with acupuncture needles because the needles are so thin, so that again it has like a smaller hole, it's less likely to bleed, and but obviously David Blaine's been practicing this long enough so that he can actually put an ice pick in there, as opposed to it is quite a big thing to go through your arm, and you wouldn't really want it in there in the first place.
Good. Pull. Pull. And that's it.
Okay.
So here, this is for you to keep.
So if you see that, for example, I remember watching a little while back when David Blaine did this with Ricky Gervais, and if you look at Joe Rogan's reaction compared to Ricky Gervais's action, Ricky Gervais is just all over the place and just totally giving a great reaction, which is captured on camera.
Oh, no, what the fuck? Seriously. This is mental. What? That's mental.
See how it really looks?
Sorry, David, seriously. This isn't a trick. You're just sticking a needle through your fucking arm. What are you doing?
See how it looks?
That's fucking horrible.
Joe Rogan there didn't really give much a reaction. He was just like, okay, and again, so that's not, and you see how David Blaine's reacting whereby he's kind of compensating for that reaction. So magic is very subjective to the individual. So one person will be like, oh, okay, that was that. And another one will be like, oh my God, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that just happened. So everybody's sensitivity to magic and response is completely different. So it's always very important to select the right people, especially if you're going to be doing something like sticking an ice pick through your arm. You want to make it as sensational as possible. And the way to do that is not just in the props that you're using, but in the people that you're selecting to participate in the effect.
How it looks, Ricky. Like it's really.
You're a maniac.
You see how it looks like
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. What are you doing?
You see how it really believably
Oh, God.
looks?
I'm not good with this. That's crazy.
You see that?
How the fuck are you... Wait, what do you mean, how are you doing it? You've stuck a needle through your fucking arm.
It looks pretty real, right?
Sorry, I don't understand. How is that not real? What do you mean it looks pretty real?
Good. Just pull it right out.
Right, okay.
Pull it out.
Is that needle going through your arm?
Well, pull it out and you'll see how it works. Pull it.
Oh, fuck me! I don't understand.
Pull. Pull.
Oh, David, what have you done? Are you a maniac?
Pull.
This is real. Sorry, this is real. That's real. That's not a trick. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified of our latest videos.